listen. Now here you can see that the title is selecting a career. So here what I will be discussing is mainly what are the things that you have to take care while choosing a career. So this is an important problem for many of the students because this is the issue in selecting a career. For example, if you take B.Ed, that means sooner or later you will be opting for a job like that of a teacher, and your life will be naturally becoming the life of a teacher. And if you are taking if you are applying for a police job, then you know what kind of person you are going to be. So when you are selecting a course, most of the time you will be selecting a lifestyle. So this is the first thing that you have to. If you don't like the lifestyle of a teacher, do not select it. If you don't like the lifestyle of a police person, do not select it. If you don't enjoy the lifestyle of a clerk, do not select it. So this is an important thing. So when you are selecting a course, most of the time you will be selecting a particular type of lifestyle. You know how police people will be working in Kerala. Most of the day, most of the police people are highly stressed. There is high rate of voluntary retirement in police, and it is a job that demands 24-hour duty. So you don't have much time to spend with the family. So if you are a person who thinks that family life is more important, then naturally it is not suitable for you. So this is an important thing that you have to think about before you selecting a career, because sometimes you may be thinking more about you are not very much money centered, then a simple job may be enough for you. But on the other hand, if you want to make a lot of money and want to purchase a lot of luxury things, then a normal ordinary job may not be able to meet your demands. So this is an important thing. Selecting a course most of the time leads to selecting a lifestyle. Now here you can see that what are the important steps you should consider while selecting a career. There are 10 basic steps are there. I will explain one by one. The first one is self-reflection. We will understand what is self-reflection. So here you can find that how to find your interest. Sometimes many of you, if I ask you what is your interest, what are your interests, most of you may not be able to immediately tell, I am interested in this particular thing. Very few people have very clear-cut idea, but most of you may not be able to tell what are my interests. So this is one way of finding your interest. Everybody may be having some interest. There are no people on the earth who doesn't have any interest. Everyone has some interest. The problem is that we are not identifying what are our interests. So this is one way by which we can find our interests. See, you think about your hobbies. That is what you are doing when you, for example, when you have a one week vacation. What are the things you are doing? Just on every day, please write it on a piece of paper. So today, from morning to evening, I was doing this, and repeat that for 1 week, for 1 month, or 2 months. So after a period of time, you will be able to find that there is a pattern in what you are doing. You are enjoying certain particular activities. Okay, so that will be your hobby. That will be your natural interest. Any job that cater to this natural interest will be ideal for you. So this is one way by which you can find what are your hobbies and what are your interests. So that is you should write down that is a keep a journal. Keep a journal means keep a diary of what our activities you are doing. So if you don't know what all the things you should do, then this is the best way that how you are spending your life. Every day when you have a free time, how you are spending that free time. Please write it down on a diary or a book. So after several weeks, you will find that these are the things that I enjoy most. So any job that meets those interests or cater to that interest will be certainly good for you. So then another thing is seek feedback. For example, when you are not don't know what are your interests, you can talk to your parents. They may be then you can also talk to your brother or sister. Then you can talk with your cousins. You can talk with your friends. Sometimes then all of these people will be giving some inputs. This kind of job may be suitable for you. So that is the second thing that you can do. First is self-reflection. Try to find out whom I am, what I am doing. Then it is easy. If you know what you are, then finding a suitable job may not be difficult. The most important problem many people are experiencing is that just because some jobs are giving a lot of salary, many people are applying for that, and after a period of time they will feel that this job is not the ideal job for me. Then they will quit that job maybe after 5 years. Then they will start in another job. So 5 years of their valuable service is lost in a job. For example, we want to be a teacher, okay, but you suddenly enter into a nursing profession or into a profession of a police person. Then what happens after 5 years? You found that this job is not suitable for you. Then you want to come back to the teaching job. Okay, so already you lost 5 years. That is, maybe you may be getting job at 25. On 30, you quit the first job. From 30, you are starting your next job. Then what will be the effect? Your chance of improving in that life, in that job, may be reduced. You will be losing 5 years. For a person who is starting the teaching job at 25, he will be having better experience. Naturally, he or she will be able to get higher promotion, higher post or promotion more easily. So that is the difficulty if you don't choose the right job at the right time. Then explore. So here this title slide mainly indicate how you can find your interest. It's a self-reflection. By checking your hobbies, by keeping a journal, by exploring what are the different activities you are doing daily, you will be able to understand where your passion is. What are your natural interests. Any job that meets your natural interest will be certainly good for you. So this is one important thing. Then what is the second thing? Identify your goals. So here there is another thing. 35 lakh Malayalis are abroad. That is in around 3.5 million or 35 lakh Malayalis are living or working abroad. You see the next line. When 35 lakh Malayalis are going abroad in search of job, 35 lakh Bengalis or Assamese or UP or Odisha people are coming to Kerala for work. So where is the problem? We say there are no job opportunities in Kerala. At the same time, people from other states in India are finding Kerala as an ideal place for work. So this is our problem. Yesterday I saw a video in YouTube, not YouTube, or some news channel. It's showing a picture that from Canada, around more than 1,000 people, mainly Indian people, are queuing before a hotel for the job of a waiter. And then Canada, yeah. So you can see that this is the type of job Indian students or Indian people are going there and doing it. And here also such kinds of jobs are available. But when we move abroad, most of the time people think that foreign life in a foreign country is always very good. That I think that trend has finished. Now life is difficult here and life is also difficult abroad. You may be thinking that life abroad is easy. That trend, that era has been over. Whatever countries you are going, whether it is Canada, UK, Germany, Australia, USA, everywhere, this kind of problems are there. So the most important thing is how to live, how to find a suitable job. Now here you can find what are the basic skills needed for a career success. some of the important skills I have mentioned here. The first one is the language skill. Language skill means we are living in Kerala, so even if you are not coming for any formal education, you will be speaking Malayalam. There is no need for school education. Even without school education, you will be able to speak and communicate very well in Malayalam. So Malayalam is our mother tongue. It is something that we learn from our family easily. Just because you are highly proficient in Malayalam doesn't mean that doesn't make you success in life. You succeed in life. So what is the important thing here is that you should, along with Malayalam, you should be very good in Malayalam. At the same time, you should be equally good in English. English is our window to the world, especially for Malayalis. Because without proficiency in English, you know that after degree, most of the people, what they are doing, they may go for IELTS training. So in IELTS training, what they ask you, they will ask you to speak in English. They will give you a topic, and about that topic, you have to speak continuously for 5 minutes. Sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. About so that English skill is what is important. Similarly, you should also should be very good in Hindi. If you are equally good in English and Hindi, surely you will get a job. You don't have any other, even without much skill. If you know these two languages, your chance of getting a job will be increased several times. Because people will be always looking for somebody who can speak English fluently. And if you have Hindi along with that, then that will be an added advantage. So improving your language skill. So if you have a plan of going abroad, study a little bit German. That may be increasing your success in life, or French or Spanish. So because all these languages, because when I go to South America 1 year back, I went to a country called Uruguay. In South America, if you know English, there is no advantage. There people don't speak English. They don't know English at all. They mainly speak Spanish and Portuguese. So if you don't know these two languages, so if we tell them that we don't know Spanish, they'll be wondering, you don't know Spanish? It is like we telling you don't know English. Because they believe that Spanish is a universal language. So that is the effect. So our problem is that we are moving abroad in search of jobs. We are moving to almost every country in the world. So there are around 194 countries in the world. I think in all these countries there will be some Malayalis. Then computer skill. You know what are computer skill? Basically, you people are now very good in using your mobile phones. So second thing is about the computer skill. And the problem with your people is that you are good in using mobile phone. In mobile phone, you know how to use most of the apps. But you use a skill in using mobile and skill in computer is two entirely different things. So after this, during this year itself, you should try to improve your computer skills. You should know how to use MS Office like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. These are the three important programs we need in our everyday life. You should be very good in that. Then you should know how to use email, how to send proper emails. That is also very important. Then you must also learn a little bit of this cloud storage, storing files in different online things. Online platforms are known as a cloud storage. So the skill in computer is very important. Because in every job, whether it is private job or a government job, computer skills are very much necessary. So without computer skills, you cannot excel in any job. Then another problem with many people is money management skill. Because regarding money management skill, this is something Malayalis naturally don't know. That is my perception, because that is why there are no business, there are no important big industries in Kerala. Very few Malayalis are actually successful in business. Maybe there is the owner of Lulu Mall, you know the name. Very few people are there. But if you take Gujaratis or you take Kannada people, they are all highly successful because they know how to use money effectively. So that money management skill is an important skill for the success of your life, for the growth of your career, and for the happiness of your family. If you don't know how to use your money, certainly you cannot be happy with the income that you are getting. So this is an important skill, and about which I can talk in another class. Then interpersonal skill. What do you mean by interpersonal skill? For example, if you go to you are going to a new course, maybe PG or some other diploma course. Some people will be immediately start making a lot of friends. Some people take a lot of time. Why these people are responding differently? Then you also feel that when you go to the office here, you may think that this person is okay. You may feel that this person is not so okay. Why you have that attitude? Because you from their face or from their body language, you may be considering that this person will be more helpful to us. So this is known as interpersonal skill. So that is very important in success in life. If you know how to keep relationship, how to maintain the proper balance in the relationship, then you will be able to succeed easily. So the success in career is actually depending on a lot of other things. Then continuous learning. So this is another important thing. Especially I will tell girls that girls are very good in scoring mark. Because when there is an examination, most of the time girls score higher mark. That is all over Kerala or all over India, that is the truth. What happens with the most of the girls are that after your education, you will stop learning. But at the same time, boys start learning after education. So even if boys don't learn much during the time when they are in college, I have found that most of the boys will be learning a lot of practical things. So that is an important thing. That is because for boys there is immense pressure to find a job, to be successful. So if a boy, if you are in a marriage market, what is the first thing? It is not the beauty of the boy. It is whether the boy has a good job. But for a girl's beauty is important. So that is one important thing, continuous learning. Nowadays it is easy because we have a lot of things like ChatGPT and other things. Even from your mobile you can learn about anything that is present in you. So try to keep learning. No, I mean about the not about the things that are not about subject. How you should for example, you have problem with your computer, or you have a problem with your mobile, or you have a problem with paying tax for your house. So what are the things you should do? This is the practical skills, and this kind of learning you should improve. So learn continuously, keep your knowledge always fresh and up to date. That is an important thing. Because you know that you have been very good, but after 5 years you are going to attend an interview, then you may not be able to say anything on that interview or during that interview. So that is a problem if you stop learning. So this is an important thing. Even if you are maybe studying English, you may be studying commerce, you may be studying physics, whatever subjects you are learning, always try to know what are the latest things in that area, and always at least you should have a minimum knowledge about what are the latest things. Because for example, you are going for a teacher, 90% of the time they will be asking some question which are of latest relevance during that time. So if you are not abreast about the latest development, you will find you in a difficult position that time. Then another important thing is time management. Time management is an important thing, because if you don't know how to manage time, then you will be wasting a lot of time. So this is also a area where you can make your own discoveries. What you can do is that you simply write on a book or a paper or a diary how you are spending your daily life, what time you are getting up and what time you are sleeping, and after getting up what are the things you are doing, how much time you are taking for getting ready, how much time you are taking for traveling or commuting, how much time you are spending for other activities. Everything you write down. Then you can find out where you are wasting your time, how you are utilizing your time. Because what the time management strategy that work for one person may not work for you. There may be a lot of talks about in internet and other areas, YouTube, etc., that this is the way you should spend it, but it may not be very useful for you, because everyone is different. So for your time management, you should find out your own success formulas. So this is one way by which you can keep efficient time management, and that is because most people don't know. That is why they get tensed after when the submitting time or the finishing time arrives. So another aspect is that emotional intelligence. You know that some people will be coming to the examination hall and will be talking with everyone. They are laughing, smiling, and they are least bothered. But when the result comes, they usually have very good mark. Certain kind of people are there. You may have noticed among your friends. Some other students may be very, very tense. Even if they have studied very well, they may be highly tense. So this is a part of emotional intelligence. How you can manage your emotions is an important thing for the success in life. And for example, when you are living in a family, every time you will have a lot of troubles. For example, when you start the family for the first 10 to 15 years of your marriage, it is full of trouble. You know what kind of couples are more happy? Generally, couples who are above 50 are more happy. Couples below 50 are generally less happy. During the first 5 years, the first 2-3 years, there will be a lot of happiness. But after that period of between third year and 25th year, the happiness gradually decreases. Then near to the 25th year, it starts increasing. Why older people are more happy? They have less things to worry. Why younger people are more unhappy? Because they usually have a lot of things. Children will be there, and children will be having a lot of demands. They will make a lot of trouble. And you have to solve all these troubles. You have to find a quick solution for everything. Sometimes don't have enough money. Sometimes family members, children, etc. fall sick. Then you will have extra tension, extra time needed for their care. And if you don't have sufficient money also, then all this will be increasing your tension. So this is where your emotions are very important. And if you, for example, you are working in an office, there your supervisor or your boss is very, very arrogant person. He talks to you in a very, very discouraging manner. He finds fault with you in everything. And with that mind, you are coming and you are sharing, and you are becoming home. And at home, when you reach, you are simply transferring your anger with everyone in your family. What will happen? Your office life is spoiled, your family life is spoiled. So this is what is happening with the most people. So if you don't know how to balance your emotion, then your life becomes more difficult, more spoiled, more troublesome. So keeping proper imbalance in emotion. Because sometimes what you have to understand is you cannot win every time. We cannot win every time. If you accept that rule in life, that I cannot win every time, then half of your trouble is over. Sometimes some people may be shouting at you. Then if you shout back, then other person may go after some time. But your tension will be there maybe for 24 or 48 hours in your mind. So who is suffering? Only you. Maybe you are shouting with a stranger, sometimes in bus, sometimes in bus stop, sometimes in road. All these will be affecting you, and naturally that will be also affecting your family members. So if family members find that talking with the mother or talking with the father or talking with the brother or sister is not a comfortable thing, they slowly stop talking. And what will happen? You will slowly get into a lonely slot. Nobody is disturbing you, nobody is talking with you, and you are not talking with anyone. So this is how a family life is spoiled. So here one important thing we have to understand is that to lead a life is not a difficult thing. To lead a life, happy life is not a difficult thing if you are following the proper methods or proper manners in that. Then another thing is professionalism. Now going to the professionalism, basically there is a right way in every profession how you should present yourself, how you should work in a particular area. That is what is expected by professional approach rather than a crude or rough approach. That is why that also because in many jobs, especially if you are in a private job, they expect you to behave or present things in a particular way. That's very important. Then only they will appreciate your contribution. So these are some of the basic skills that you can improve during this degree time and after your college. Then there are three important types of position mostly people can get into. One is the person of an employed person. Second one is becoming a self-employed person, or you can be an entrepreneur, or you can be a business person. Third is a housewife, and there is no such thing called house husband in India. Maybe in some other country it may be there, but India there is no such thing. But these are the three most common options available for you. All these options are actually ideal or very good for a happy life. If you know how to live as an employed person or how to live as a housewife. So I will talk about that. How to be, first one, we cannot have a lot of time. How to be a happy housewife. Now when I am telling the role of housewife, generally many women or girls have a feeling that the role of a housewife is somehow less important or inferior than the role of a working woman. But if your family have enough money, there is no sense in working and wasting your energy and spoiling your work, because instead of that someone else will be working. I have found many teachers in colleges and my previous institution, they don't need any money, they simply come for a work, and these people are creating a lot of trouble for others, because for others money is important, so they will behave in a proper way, they will not harm other people much. When you feel that this job is not, when I feel that my job is not important, I will be very arrogant. So that problem is always there. If you feel that this job is not important. So why the role of a housewife is very important, I will tell you about that. Before that, I will tell you about one story. You may be knowing about Tata Motors. Now Tata Motors is a very successful car company. But Tata Motors were not like that. Before, from 15 or 20 years back, very few people are actually purchasing Tata Motors, Tata cars. Now there was a CEO of Tata Motors at that time called Chandrasekhar. Okay, when once he was driving in Bombay with his wife. His wife was actually counting how many Tata cars are there in the road. That was a simple thing that she was doing. How many Tata cars are there on the road? And she found that there are very few Tata cars. Then she told her husband, who was a CEO of Tata Motors, please do something about this. This was her message. Please do something about that. Since it came from her wife, he immediately implemented that. He thoroughly changed the way Tata Motors are working. Now what is the impact? You can see that Tata Motors has been one of the best car brands in Kerala, in India. So that change, this is where I told you about the story just to convince you what a normal housewife can even do. So Ambani's wife, I think Nida Ambani or something, she doesn't have a job, but still they are playing a very important role. So that way, every housewife can have a significant effect or important role in the happiness of her family and also in the overall happiness of society. The first thing to be a happy housewife is that embrace your role. Embrace means accept your role. And I like to be a housewife and I can be happy as an housewife. If you have that feeling, surely you will be happy housewife. Because being a working woman doesn't make you, there is no guarantee that just because you are a working woman, you are going to be more happy. Because sometimes it may be less happy, most of the working women may be less happy than most of the housewife. But generally most people don't feel like that. There will be a lot of tension for the working woman. Then set realistic expectation. That is another important thing. Then what is important is most housewife, there should be a routine. That is how, for example, after 10 o'clock, most of the housewives will be free. The husbands might have gone to work, children will be away in school. Then how she should spend their time. This is where most housewives actually fail. So if you have a proper plan, proper routine, then the next aspects will come. Pursue your passion. For example, your husband is earning a lot of money. You don't need enough extra money for the financial success of your family. Then there is no meaning in you also going for a work which is of a lot of tension and bring that tension to your family. Instead of that, you can do some other thing. For example, you may be interested in a lot of other things. You can do those things during that time. But you may not be getting any money, but still you will be happy. That is why pursue your passions. For example, you are interested in dancing, you are interested in gardening, you are interested in some ornamental sculpture, or a lot of other activities are there. You can do all those things. So this is where most of the housewives actually fail. So if you do something like that, it's not for making making money, but for connecting with others. So that is what most of the working women always get. They have a connection, because when they go to office, that gives us more connection with other people. So same connection a housewife can also develop, because if he or she is engaging in some activity that she likes, so that will be improving your connection. Then taking care of yourself. That's another area housewives generally miss, because when you are at home, you may feel there is no one to see me, so that I can be in a very shabby dress. I don't need much hair dressing and other things. So that will be, so every time you are seeing yourself in a bad look before your mirror, naturally your self-impression will decrease. So that is why taking proper care of yours. Even if you are not going outside, we are always in a good dress. So that will give, that is, I am also good, I am also still good looking. For a woman, that feeling of that I am good, I am still looking good is very important. When a woman lose that feeling, she will be very frustrated, and that frustration will be affecting almost every area of her life. Then proper communication with your partner is also an important thing for the happiness of your wife. Then seek personal growth. Then, for example, I have seen that there are a lot of housewives who are studying something. They don't get anything, simply studying. So that is a way of improving your knowledge. So even if you are not going for any work, if you have a lot of knowledge, you can give that knowledge to the children. Because in Kerala, all over the world, majority of time, housewives or women are taking care of the education of children. Because teaching children is not an easy job. It needs a lot of patience. And mostly women have that patience to teach the children and to take care of the homework those people they are bringing. So if the housewife or mother is very good, has a good knowledge, naturally it will improve the knowledge and efficiency of their children. So this is why the role of a housewife is very important. Now you can also see that there is a lot of things like how you can be a happy employee, about which we will be discussing in another class, and for the time being I am stopping here.